These are my new babies that I got in the mail yesterday. So excited. They're Moonstones. Look at the chunkiness of the leaves. I will share with you guys my other moonstone varieties and talk about the differences and all the confusion around moonstones in a bit. This is my Laui. You can tell from the very thick farina that it has, but it is double-headed, and I did place it into this glass full of water. It's barely touching the root. I do this for all my Korea imported succulents that come typically wrinkly and needing to be nurtured back to health. I love that she is double-headed. So I'm going to keep my Laui in this glass for maybe a few days before potting her up. All right, let's talk about moonstones. I've had many conversations with sellers. The name is so generically used that, sometimes sellers do not know what they're selling, and buyers don't know what they're buying. And I've been in this situation many times. There are many varieties in moonstones. We've got Pachyphytum Oviferum, which these are it. It took me a long time to really carefully buy the right one after buying a few wrong ones. You know what they say, you have to kiss a few frogs before you find a prince? That is me. You can tell by the leaves. They're very rounded and short and chubby. I believe the other way you can tell is by the color. It needs to be silvery bluish gray. I think the other way you can tell is when it blooms. The flower color should be whitish yellow. I'll try to insert a photo that I searched on Google for you guys to reference. But here are my other varieties. We've got Graptopetalum Amethystinum. And it's quite interesting because I've got two pots here. They're receiving the same amount of sunlight. The environment is pretty similar, but one shows a little bit of faded color. They're supposed to be pinkish, and I'll go down on my shelf so then you guys can see how they start off. I also did a haul video that you guys can refer back how it appeared when I first bought it. So this one, it turned a bit of tan color, whereas this, there's still some pink tones to it. Interesting, right? I also noticed that the leaves on the Graptopetalum Amethystinum is slightly pointier and longer than the Pachyphytum Oviferum. I've also got like these other, I believe they're Pachyphytum. The tag says Watermani. I got it from Home Depot, and they're just notorious for mislabeling their plants, so I'm not sure if that's the right name. It's a pretty variety though, because during summer it turns purple. So moving on to these are very bluish green. The leaves are quite elongated, and you know, the tips are pointy. I know some people have referred them to nipples, like having pink nipples, and you can tell if they are varieties of Pachyphytum. They're also, you know, I think under that umbrella there's several different hybrids, like the Blue Haze, the Bracteosum. I believe it was labeled as, let me see, some kind of pearly moonstones. I've learned that moonstones in general is just this generic name that people will label their Pachyphytum hybrids, because I think we just don't know better, right? There's so many varieties of these chunky plants, and it's, you know, for me at least, it's really tough to decipher which is which. And then on top of that, you get all these mislabeling. So that's why I felt like, you know, it was just safe for me to purchase directly from a Korean imported plant reseller. Between the different varieties, I would say that my favorite has got to be the Pachyphytum Oviferum, as well as the Graptopetalum Amethystinum. They are very similar in their leaf size and shape, only one is more bluish silver tone and the other is pink. Let's go down a bit on this shelf so I can show you guys how they look. Here's another tray. But look at how cute they are. I am selling these, so please do visit my business store on Facebook, Bella Bon Chic Cottage, to inquire. Quick update on my other Korean imported succulents. I have this Echeveria rainbow here that I beheaded a few weeks ago. It was just getting very elongated, etiolated, and so, you know, I just thought, let's just head chop it and give it a good reset. Hopefully I will get more babies along the stem where the nodes are. I also grabbed a bunch of the leaves to propagate. I'll show you guys in a bit. And here is the head. I've placed it in this cup with water, not touching the stem, because I wanted it to root before I have water touch it. Before I did this, I left it out to callus for a good 2 weeks. This is my Greenovia mother plant. My, how she has grown. I bought her with 11 babies, and I took out some of her babies right off the bat. I bought her in a 4-inch pot. She wasn't even filling it up yet, and that included all her babies around her. And now look at her. She is in a 6-inch pot filled up, and it's only been a year. This is my moon dust. It is a hybrid of Lilacina and Laui. Also a fast grower. I wanted to show you guys the propagations that I started here. There's some Superbum leaves in here that I pulled off of Nadia, which I'll show you in a bit. You guys can see there are little pups growing from both my rainbow as well as the variegated Superbum. I'm so excited. I really do hope that the variegation carries on. I heard that when you propagate, sometimes it doesn't. Here's my other rainbow. And Nadia. Let me just pick her up here. What do you guys think of Nadia? Do you guys remember my potting video of Nadia? Well, look at how big she is now. And the color, she's so pretty. She gave me some lavender and pinks, and look at this. We've got more leaves growing under that one. I wonder if that's going to be another head. What do you guys think? I believe there's another one right there. Yay! I'm super excited. One of my treasure plants. You know those marks? That's people touching my plants. Do not touch my plants. You're rubbing off the farina. Alright, you guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. I will keep you guys updated once I start potting up my plants. I expect some stress the first few weeks, but we will see. Let's stay connected, you guys.